You deserve better. And who's better to give you that better than you? I have had nights where all I could do is literally kneel down and cry. This is heavy because I'm an empath. Hey lovies, welcome to my channel. My name is Shan. Welcome back if you've been here before. If this is your first time on my channel, please ensure that you subscribe, and also feel free to check out a couple of my videos so you can get to know me better, know what this channel is about. This video here, it has been on my heart for the past 2-3 weeks. I've had the opportunity of speaking to a number of women that I connected with via social media. I made a post on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube Shorts. I will say that what I did not expect was the number of people that can relate to the post. You might have seen it. Now, do I know that people are hurting? Absolutely. Did I expect the responses that I got on the video? Absolutely not. The video went viral on TikTok. As a matter of fact, I think it went viral on Instagram too. This post has gotten maybe close to 6 million views on TikTok. So I know for a fact that it connected with way more people, especially women, than I had anticipated. And so with that, my DM went crazy also on Instagram. But you know, I am not complaining, because one of my prayers lately, or for a while, has been for God to connect me with the people that are for me and the people that I am for. If you've been on my channel, then you know how important I've always said it is to me to remain authentic and to not so much grow just to grow, but to grow with a community of especially women who understand, who can relate, who see me and see bits and pieces of themselves in me, who see me and my story and my life can be an inspiration to them in whatever way that is. And so when all this happened, I will tell you that for a while there I was starting to feel a bit overwhelmed. So I was responding to women in the comment section as much as I could, especially on TikTok, which only allows a certain number of words. But then what happened was other women came to the rescue. So while I was commenting and pouring into those that I can, other women got on board to pour into others. So they were sharing their experiences and also reaching out. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing, because a lot of times what we see on social media is women fighting other women, women trying to make other women feel insecure, women projecting. And so to see them showing up for each other in the comment section on TikTok, on Instagram, even here in YouTube Shorts, it really warmed my heart. I felt so grateful. At one point I was like, God, I see what you're doing. I tell you what, I remember, I think it was maybe 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, my pastor at the time prophesied to me one morning, and he said to me that a part of my ministry is to help women heal. He said, you go through the things that you go through, and this is what God has called you to. And I can tell you, when he said it, I was like, Lord, let this cup pass from me. If you know me, you know how I have fought this, because as a matter of fact, I am a Christian, but ministry for me has always been, I'm like, no, people judge too much, people are too hard to deal with, all that. But I can see that this is what God has called me for, because this isn't something that I seek after. As a matter of fact, there was a point in my life where I wanted to become a psychologist, and somewhere along the way I'm like, no, this is heavy, because I'm an empath. So I always thought I could not do well with this because of how I am. I always thought that it would affect me because I take things personally. And I will say, there was a time years ago where things affected me. I was pouring into people and I was draining myself in exchange, and then I had to take a step back from that. The only difference is then I was pouring into people because I felt that's what they wanted. I was just giving of myself. I'm like, oh, you need me, I'm here. You need a listening ear, I'm here. This time the difference is I am asking God, listen, go before me, take this case. Before I speak to someone, I literally pray and I say, God, listen, give me the words for this person. Tell me what it is that you want this person to hear. Let it not be that they hear my words, but let them hear it from you. Whatever healing this person needs to receive, whatever words of encouragement, let it be from you. And I can tell you, that has made a difference. I went on Instagram and I saw 200 plus DMs. And I got off of that because I don't have Instagram currently on my cell phone. I have it on my tablet. And I was like, whoa, nope. I just got rid of the app. I closed, well, not got rid of it, but I swiped it off. I closed my tablet. I put it down. And immediately I was like, God, show me who you want me to connect with. Show me the one, show me the two, whoever. Show me the people that I can actually impact their lives in a positive way. Because for me, it's more than just saying Shan was able to help me or I was able to talk to her. I don't want that. I really do not want that. I don't want people to see me as a person to come to that will give you the answers to your problems, because I don't have the answers. I might be able to relate to some of the things that you're going through. I might be able to hold space for you. I might be able to empathize, but I don't have what you need. If it is healing that you're seeking, I am not a healer. If it is joy that you're seeking, I don't have that. My joy comes from God. My peace comes from God, and I cannot give that to you. What I can do, however, is to pour into you, to remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, to remind you that you are chosen by God, to remind you that there is purpose in your pain regardless of what you are going through. And so I've just been going through like some of the comments and some of the DMs, and I'm here to tell you, it is time to let some of those things go. It is time to let it go. And I'm not saying that because I'm saying you do not have a reason to be hurting. I am not saying that you do not have a reason, you do not have a right to feel the way you feel. What I'm saying is, based on some of the comments that I saw and some of the messages that I got, that is the reason why you're stuck in that place. And I can say that because I've been there. I've been in a place of bitterness, of unforgiveness, of straight out hatred. And let me tell you, I was a complete different person then. Even the way that I look, sometimes I look at myself 5 years ago and I look at myself now and I'm like, oh my God, I aged well, didn't I? Because of how I am now on the inside. I don't internalize as much. I do not have anyone that I carry in my heart to make me heavy. The beauty in life is knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. And I'm here to encourage you that if there are things that you know that you're holding on to that are holding you back from being better, from being loving, from being caring, from becoming the best version of yourself that God has called you to be, it is time to let it go. Free yourself from the hurt. And I understand. I read a book once. It is called What Happened to You. It's a book written by Oprah Winfrey, and I don't remember. I know it's a psychologist. When I remember, I'll just insert it here, but it's called What Happened to You. And that book changed my view on so many things, because what it highlights is, instead of saying why are you like this and why are these my experiences, is asking what happened to you, what caused this, what caused you to respond the way that you do, what is causing you to be hateful, what is causing you to cut yourself off from love, from community, what is causing you to cut yourself off from fellowshipping with people who want to be in your space, what is cutting you off, what is causing you to cut yourself off from having healthy, wholesome relationships. We have to ask ourselves those questions. What is the reason why I cannot be happy? Why am I holding myself back from being happy? A lot of times we have to take accountability, because the truth is, what happened to you, what was done to you, what you took part in is just one part of it. How you respond to it is the most important thing. So yes, it happened. I have gone through some things. If you have never been here before, you might want to check out my videos before. I shared my testimony on here. I have experienced some things. I have lived some lives. There are still things that I haven't even spoken about, things that I probably never will. But at the end of the day, with growth, with growing spiritually, with growing emotionally and mentally, you start to see these patterns. You start to realize that this thing might be actually holding me stuck. This thing might be actually keeping me from elevating to the next level. This might be the thing that I either need to move out of the way or move around it so I can get to the next level of my breakthrough. We can talk about it all we want. We can sing about it. We can write about it. We can journal. We can listen to the best podcast. You can watch this video and feel convicted, but at the end of the day, you have to do the work. And I know that's not the easiest thing because I've been there. I've had to do the work. And I can tell you that there was a point where I felt like confronting these things, confronting these patterns, it felt worse than where I was, because where I was, I held on to that anger, I held on to the hate, I held on to the unforgiveness, and that became my cushion. So when I had to confront these things and I had to break them down one at a time, okay, you're stopping me from doing this, boom. You're the one holding me back, boom. You're keeping me pinned here, boom. That was rough. I will not sit here and kid you and say to you, well, you're just gonna go on this beautiful healing journey and they're gonna be sunflowers and roses and everything is just gonna be la 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 la. It's not like that. It's nothing like that. I have had nights where all I could do is literally kneel down and cry. I couldn't even pray because I did not have the words. I have had experiences where I'm like, God, this doesn't even make sense how I feel this way. I have cried so hard. I remember one night crying so hard that I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was having palpitations. I was like, that's how I felt. And I know what it feels like to have to release hurt. Releasing the hurt, I don't know, can be just as painful as the hurt being inflicted, if you ask me. Getting it out of you, but trust me, once you get over that, once you get it out of you, you will realize how much better you will be for it. You will realize that the thing that you hold on to and the person that you hold on to, the people that you are holding on to unforgiveness because of what they did, they are not worth it. One day you will realize that it was important for you to shut that down. And a lot of the comments that I saw were due to men, what men did to you, the hurt that men caused, how they cheated, how they abused you. All I'm trying to say to you is you cannot allow these men to win. If you cut yourself off from life, you cut yourself off from the opportunity to be loved for who you are, the opportunity to meet someone who will show you a completely different experience, that man, whatever he did to you, he continues to do to you. If it was infidelity, he continues to do that to you. If it was abuse, you are allowing him to continuously abuse you daily. For every day that you hold yourself to that place where you do not allow anyone in, where you do not allow the sunshine to shine light on that darkness, you are allowing this person to continuously hurt you. This is the point where you have to take accountability for your own healing. You have to take accountability for your own restoration, for your own transformation. You have to give it to God. You have to lay it down and stop carrying it because it is heavy. It is heavy. I know it because I have carried some things. There was a point in my life where I carried things that were so heavy to the point where it made me physically sick. I was physically sick. I was in and out of the hospital every single week. I was doing CAT scans. I was doing ultrasounds. I was all over the hospitals for weeks. I was doing blood works. I was getting IVs because they could not figure out what the issue was until eventually, it became obvious that it was psychological. It was the emotional pains that I was carrying, the mental issues that I was carrying that I did not lay down. I kept them, I held on to them so much that they started to break me physically. They started to affect how my skin looked, how I carried myself. I was so tired. I didn't have the energy for anything. I couldn't work out. Life was just like, I can't be bothered. Everything was, I cannot be bothered. So I know what it feels like. I'm not saying that just because I feel like talking. I'm not saying that because I feel like, oh, I need to upload a video. No, it's been on my heart and I want to share that with you, that it gets better. Whatever it is that you think you're going through, I am not going to say to you that someone's going through worse because all our experiences are different. Someone else might seem to be doing worse than you, but they're carrying it differently. Your pain is valid. Your story is valid. Your experience is valid. But you know what else is valid? You. The person that you become is so much more important than the things that happen to you. The person who God has called you to be, the healed version of you, the whole version of you, the transformed version of you is so much more important than whatever happened and whatever he did and whatever your parents did and whoever died. And I know it's heavy. I have lost too, but it's not a reason for you to stop living because you lost someone, or because your parents did not make you feel loved, because your parents did not make you feel valued, or they did not validate your feelings. It is not enough for you to cut yourself off because maybe the friends that you had did you dirty. You deserve better. And who's better to give you that better than you? Who's better to love you than you? Who's gonna love you more than you? Who knows you more than you do? Who else knows how you want to be loved better than you? You deserve so much better. You deserve to heal. You deserve to move on from this place, because I can tell you, it gets better. I know it sounds cliche, because I mean, when I'm going through stuff, when people say to me, it gets better, I'm like, yeah, easier said than done. It doesn't seem that way, but I can tell you, I have been down in the pits, emotional pits. I have gotten to a point where I did not even want to be here. I have gotten to that point where I was so broken and it was so dark that I no longer wanted to be on earth. And look at me today. Look at me today. I love life. And so I encourage you, if that is your experience, if that is your current reality, know that one day you'll be looking back at the things that happened. I have been hurt by people. I have been burnt. And at the time it felt so hard. My heart felt so heavy, so cold, so dark. And then you look back and you're like, man, I cannot believe I allowed this person to keep me in that space for so long. And so I'm here to encourage you. You deserve better. If you did not believe that before you watched this video, I am talking to you. You deserve so much better than this. You hold the power to change your future. You hold the power to decide if after this video, if you will just feel convicted and keep it moving, or you will take it to heart, or you will take it for what it is and know that this is for you. Whatever it is that's been holding you in that place ends today, so the new you can be birthed for tomorrow. It stops now. Let go of the thing. Free yourself from it. Forgive who you need to forgive. And it's not easy. God knows it's not easy. Forgive who you need to forgive. Let it go. I send you love. And I mean that. I might not know you. We might have never met. We might have never communicated on here or anywhere. But know that I empathize with you. I feel what you are feeling, and I get it. And so I send you love. I send you peace. I send you vibrations of clarity, heavenly vibrations of clarity. I hope that this will be the last day that you will allow anyone or any experience to keep you in a place that hinders you from being who God called you to be. I'm praying for you. I'm praying that you will find your way through the darkness. I am praying that one day soon, you will wake up and realize that you are so much more important than the things that have happened in your life. Your future is so much more important than the experiences that you've had. And I pray that it gets better for you, and that you will trust God with your whole heart. I pray that you get to the point where you trust God, that even when you cannot see His plans, you will trust His heart, knowing that His plans for you are of good and not of evil. Thank you so very much for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe. What else? Like, share with a friend who you know needs this video. I'll see you in the next one.